Hi there, my name is Isabel Vallely, and I'm one of the managers at the George Hull EarlyON Child and Family Center. I'd like to welcome you to the newest edition of videos that the EarlyON team has created. This is the fourth video of our parenting video series. Zuzuky Diaz Silva is hosting this following video on the importance of physical literacy with a special guest appearance from our very own Romanie Moonsee. Zuzuky joined the EarlyON team 6 years ago in the role of family and community support worker. Zuzuky was born in Mexico City and immigrated to Canada in 2005. She attended Ryerson University, where she graduated from the Bachelor of Commerce and Marketing Management program. Over the past 10 years, she has worked to support newcomer families, low-income populations, and individuals with mental health issues. Zuzuky's passion for physical exercising began when she was 3 years old, when her grandfather taught her how to dance. Since that time, she has taken ballet, Latin, traditional jazz, and Afro-Brazilian dance classes. Zuzuky is also very passionate about healthy living. She has participated in multiple marathons in Toronto and in the United States. She has earned a brown belt in Korean Taekwondo and has won numerous swimming competitions. Over the past number of years, Zuzuky has been shaping the lives of children and adults through dance and is very passionate about physical literacy. We are excited to share this video with you on understanding what physical literacy is and how important it is for your child. We hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Isabel. I also have with me Romanie. She's an early childhood educator who has over 20 years experience working with children, and she will be talking to us about physical literacy.
Hi, Zuzuky. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
So Romanie, I have a question. Is physical literacy the same as dancing and exercising? Because as you know, I love to move and dance.
Well, exercise is only one part of physical literacy, but there are 4 parts in total. Physical literacy includes the motivation, confidence, physical competence, as well as knowledge and understanding of the importance of physical activities in benefiting healthy development.
How interesting. Let me see if I understood. So you're saying that physical literacy are all of these things?
Yes, Zuzuky, that's right. Let's break down the words physical literacy. To be literate means to be knowledgeable, and the word physical relates to the body and fitness. So physical literacy provides children with a foundation for lifelong participation in physical activities.
So that is very similar to how children have to learn the basics of spelling and phonics in order to understand how to read and write for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. We can use that example of language literacy to better understand physical literacy. As we break down the 4 components, let's start with motivation. Part of physical literacy is becoming enthusiastic and inspired to be physically active in an everyday life.
Oh, wow. So that is similar to how children first have to know how to read and write before they can be motivated to do so.
Exactly. You got it. Now let's talk about confidence. Through physical literacy, children learn to be self-assured and trust their abilities in order to have a healthy attitude towards movement.
Oh, I see. So children have to have high self-esteem to be willing to participate in physical activities, especially with their peers.
That's right. You got it again. Now let's talk about physical competence. This means that children should understand the basic moves and patterns in order to build on these skills for more complex movement later in life. For example, running, jumping, throwing are all fundamental skills that will improve motor skills, strength, and flexibility later on.
Oh, wow. So going with our previous example, that's like mastering the alphabet so that children can learn to spell bigger words later on in life. Mastering fundamental moves can translate to a wide range of fitness activities like sports.
Yes, physical competence is also the ability to understand patterns and to compete in variety of movements with different intensities and durations.
Oh, wow, patterns. Oh, I can think of a pattern, Romani, dancing. Dancing, it's a great example because you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, cha-cha here, cha-cha there, circle, circle, and come up with different patterns. Yeah, that's a good example, right?
Exactly, Suzuki, you got it. A great way to remember the basic skills for physical competence is this acronym, ABCs. ABCs stand for agility, balance, coordination, and speed. These are the building blocks of physical competence. You can develop these building blocks in different environments, such as water or snow. Remember that not every activity has to be structured and planned.
Oh, so maybe kids could have a creative freedom to come up with any game that they wanted.
That's a great example. Now for the last part, knowledge and understanding. This is the ability to identify the important qualities that influence movement, as well as understand the health benefits of an active health lifestyle. Basically, children have to know and understand why and how physical literacy is important.
Wow, I've learned so much so far. So with these 4 components, children will be able to take personal responsibility for their physical activity by choosing to be active on a regular basis.
Exactly. Children will understand that physical activity is in their control and it is an important part of their lifestyle throughout their whole entire life.
So that means that everybody can develop physical literacy regardless of culture, age, gender, socioeconomic background, or ability. That's amazing.
That's right again, Suzuki. Did you know that without physical literacy, research shows that many children become frustrated and withdrawn from sports and recreational activities?
Oh no. I guess it's really important to keep active.
That's right. But physical literacy helps children more than just physically. It helps them mentally too. Studies show that physical activity in the first 5 years help your child's brain develop and improves their social skills. Life skills such as fair play, cooperation, teamwork, positive communication, and leadership are all reinforced through physical activities.
Wow, I really didn't know that. Why don't we stand up and do some movements that are appropriate for children ages 3 and up and their families?
Good idea. Remember, to build that confidence in children, we have to pick activities that matches their skill level, but still encourage them to improve and succeed.
Let's start.
We always start with a warm-up. Do you know why, Mrs. Zuki?
Let me think. I think a warm-up engages our muscles and prepare our body for activity.
That's right. Now over to you, Mrs. Zuki.
Thank you, Romani. Now we're going to do some cardiovascular movements. Those are movements that are actions that get your heart beating really fast and the blood pumping faster around your whole body. Let's try these 5 movements.
Wow, Ms. Zuzuky, my heart is beating so fast.
Now let's bring a ball. I will be standing up, but Ms. Romani will be sitting down because we understand that everybody has different abilities. So Ms. Romani will be using her upper body and I'll be using my upper body and my lower body. Let's start. Let's cool down by stretching.
Cool down is where we allow the body to gradually transition to a resting state. Shall we do some deep breathing now, Mrs. Zuzuki?
What a great idea, Ms. Romani. Many studies show that deep breathing is a great exercise to relax and calm down. Ms. Romani, how do you think we should introduce deep breathing to younger children?
Well, we can make it engaging for the children like this. We use a flower analogy and we blow the candle. So we put our finger, or if we have an object, we can pretend this is a flower, and we're going to take a deep breath. So let's breathe in and blow the candle. So you breathe in and smelling the flower and out by blowing the candle. Great job today. This was a great interview, Zuzuki. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me today, Romani. I learned so much.
What is your favorite thing you learned today about physical literacy?
I learned so much today. I learned that physical literacy provides children with the motivation, confidence, competence, and knowledge to apply their set of skills to any new activity or sport. And I had a lot of fun moving with you.
That's a great takeaway, Zuzuki, and I'm glad you had fun. For the parents watching at home, thank you all for joining us.
See you next time.
Thank you so much, Zuzuky, for a wonderful presentation on physical literacy. I also really appreciated hearing from Romani Moonsee. I know our viewers at home will take many things away from this video. I love that Zuzuky used the example of building blocks for reading and writing while comparing this to the building blocks of physical literacy. What really stood out for me in this video is that children need to be motivated and inspired to be active, that physical literacy skills are connected to higher self-esteem, that physical activity supports brain development in the first 5 years of life and improves social skills as well as life skills, that it's important to understand basic moves to build on, like running, throwing, and even jumping. And on a final note, how important it is to pick an activity that matches your child's skill level. If you'd like more information on physical literacy, please do not hesitate to reach out to Zuzuky or any member of the George Hull EarlyON team. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed this video.